So PeterMylife, who is he's a stylist, he's a tailor, yeah, one of those. 1, 2. Yeah, so PeterMylife obviously is also a socialite in his own rights. And apparently, I can't avoid to talk about this. Apparently, he is dating Valerie, who happens to be Brian's ex. But if you don't know them, anyway, squash it. I'm not talking about that. I'm not dwelling on that. So PeterMylife surprised his baby sister with a car. It was just such a lovely gesture, and I even got goosebumps when I saw it. Because look, by the end of the day, it's rare for us to see a brother or a sister demonstrate or show that kind of love. You know, ni makono kama pali ma 5 languages, love languages. Kuliko words of affirmation, kuliko nankani ya ma physical touch, nankani ya ma gifts. And I think this, love language should not only be demonstrated between, opposite sex, those who are like, maybe in that type of a relationship, you can still have that love with a sibling and still surprise them with something as phenomenal, something as big as a car. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, PeterMylife, I need a brother like, oh, no, I love my brothers. One of my brothers got a list. What were you saying on TV? Hey, please, big bro, I'm sorry. I love you still. But yeah, getting back to the topic, I really think it was just so lovely to see that on social media. A lot of people shared it. And of course, as usual, President of Commerce Association of Zambia, I went there and really like what my sentiments were just now. It's true, we rarely see these things. And it was just so lovely to see a brother and a sister demonstrate that type of love. And as you can see in the video, she was just like, oh, she was just like so emotional. I think she couldn't believe it. Well, whatever the case, we don't know where this is coming from. Maybe he promised her, or, maybe she did something. And it's quite clear that in his post, he's proud of his baby sister. And he decided, look, let me just do what I gotta do. And also, I think it's beautiful to see, because my big brothers, they should be role models. You know what I mean? My fathers and my brothers are ni ma role models. Not even ka boy ka jopete ka ngabwera video voice, because at least she baby girls she didn't tune, she didn't sink, and nobody can lie to her, because my brothers and the father have just laid a good foundation, and it's so good to see that. Not paku to bugula ko tebe moto ka bendarama danjo na sovimba. This show is rated 18. If you don't get it, forget about it. So, it's so nice to see, because a lot of people promise boyfriends, or actually on the other side of things, brothers, they don't buy these things for their sisters, and they're getting cars and huge gigantic presents for their girlfriends, not even their wives, girlfriends. Then basivasida, then imagine mona pa Facebook umuda no ponya motoka muntu ando tenga mazembe aponya nyumba yonse kuiponya, because this guy or this boyfriend went out of their way and just pleased their girlfriends in ways that should also be applied to siblings. It was so good to see. My heart was just like so warm. I felt so many goosebumps. I felt emotional. I felt the joy that she was feeling. When she started crying, I was just like, oh. Then I saw some comments. Look, if you got a bigger car than that, I mean, if you got the right to brag. But if you ain't got no car, if you're a Toyota Ganda, Toyota Ganda is shoo. PeterMylife, one day, please, congratulations, please continue. And I'm really hoping that this has just set the bar up there for brothers out there, for fathers out there. Those of us that have got big brothers, I'm going to say that again, I'm going to reiterate. Hi, bro. I need another Gila for my brother. So yeah, that is just something that I figured I come and share with you. Remember to let me know what your thoughts are on this particular story. Do you have a big brother? Tag your brother. Tag your brother. Look, it might not be a car, but let it start from the house. Let it start from there. Let your brothers set the foundation. Especially in sister or teenager. So pafupi buy her some, mafuta. Pafupi to airtime. Pafupi so that as too excited when a boy just, comes in her life and is doing all these things. Now, near Jamanje, they start engaging in sexual activities, trying to please that guy, because they've been given the things that, a big brother can simply provide, but we overlook such kind of things. So yeah, tag your your brother and remind them that you're still their babe girls. You might not need a call, but say something, tag them and tell them what you need. Alrighty, so it was Mother's Day a few days ago, and a lot of women were celebrated on social media. It was so good to see, our mothers being celebrated. I put up a post and I was just saying, look, a mother is a mother. There are mothers, there are women that are raising children who are not biologically theirs, but they are up to the task. There are women who've gone in the labor and never came out with a baby. For me, I celebrate you. There are women who've been pregnant, but maybe never carried full term. They never, got to that level where they get into labor because they lost a baby. I also celebrate those women. I celebrate women like myself who are juggling and just doing the things and defying society odds. I salute you as well. I salute all women as well, who are stay-home moms, because that's also like a full-time job. So I salute you as well as you're doing the things. Now, speaking of celebrating mothers, Mr. Mulwanda put up a post, as you can see on the screen, just, well, to be honest, like I said in the beginning, this show is all about rumors, assumptions, speculations, non-factual, factual, everything. I saw this, and to be honest, I don't know whether it's real or not. But I know that's his account, and I know that's Millie, and Millie apparently shared that, and because sometimes you go that see what I mean. But whatever the case, it was such a nice thing for Mr. Mulwanda to do. And, by the end of the day, those two will share not one, but two children together, one on the way. And it was so nice to see him appreciate the type of a woman that she is. I mean, they lived together. They were married. Still is married. I don't know whether they finalized the divorce, but yeah. And it was such a nice gesture. I think you can still, look, my platonic relationships, they exist. When you just call exist for the sake of the children, so attention, because by the end of the day, baby girls, but segregate, so it was just so nice to see Mr. Mulwanda celebrating Amelia Beauty. And speaking of Mr. Mulwanda, I saw a video yesterday that was circulating. I'm sure he's, he was having a conversation with Pastor Jimmy Kane, saying, look, for whatever reason, he only attracts older women. He doesn't even remember last time he did like a younger woman or maybe a woman his age. Maybe because they see a certain maturity in him. I was just like, ah. Oh, to be honest, that's a story for another day. But yeah, I think it was just so nice to see. Because look, it's important for celebrities to allow us see certain things and leave certain things out. And I'm sure over the weeks, the past experience for Millie, I'm sure she's learned quite a few things when it comes to publicizing a lot about your life, right? And for all we know, it's possible that they might be talking and trying to mend things out, or they've decided, look, it's not working, it's fine, but we need to coexist for the sake of the children. We don't need to know. We don't. Just leave it there. Encourage them with Flexville. Because the thing is that you will now give people entitlement to comment on your life. That's why in the morning, ninae sakoma au mwandi shua nakangiwa. Nina fakache mkwapa do whoop, mubra whoop, nina bis. I only allow you to see what I want you to see. Because napani mairo, nikasitama ningi vintu, ni upa san right just a comment. Aba munga sa comment bila mana nchito. Because univishan vimela sa comment. Because ni maposita. So I'm sure a lot of people are learning. But also on the flip side, please, there's no manuscript. You shouldn't post whatever. Please, if for you it works out that you post your partner, your children, everything about your life, your business, please do it. There's no manuscript. There are some of us who are on the flip side, like this sort of things, where it's so private. Then when each other and very happy, very loud. And all of us are living our lives and we're flourishing. So please, there's no manuscript. Just do what you gotta do and do you. So I was so happy to see that post, really, to be very honest. I was really happy because those guys have got 2 children together, and it's only important that they just, but anyway, never chitika wanandana Sogoleli, Millie Beauty and Mr. Mulwanda. I came across a photo of Commander Grace being Commander Grace. Like, I just said, I need to share this photo. I'm Sogoleli. Papa Makarasha. Nima squat. Even Makara Petrovim. See, you must understand. I think I need to have a chat with Grace. I need to call her one time. Like, hey, yo, what's going on? What's good? I've got Millie's number, so I'm going to be like, hey, Millie, what's up? How's it going? please give me Grace's number. I want to have a chat with her because it's not much to understand. I know that you make her to chat with her, but no matter what's going on, it's not much to understand. About something or a bunch. How long has it taken for her to just be flexible and easily do that? So as you can see on the screen, I took time again as president of Government Association of Zambia. I went to the comment section and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Bantu bamakamba, bamakamba, bamakamba. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on Millie and Mr Mulwanda's trending post. And of course, Commander Grace. Lastly, Macky too. Oh my word. Macky too, Macky too, Macky too. Don't do this. Just don't do it. Just so I got emotional over the weekend when I saw that apparently Macky too wants to take a step back, a chill pill when it comes to the entertainment industry, music to be specific. As we know, he's got a reality show coming up very soon, which is gonna focus on his life, how he's reason to be where he is today. And of course, we saw on the poster that there's Chef 187 and Huntinga. It still bugs me why Yolanda is not there. I can't wait to see this one. But anyway, so Macky too put up a very long post. Of course, he also talked about Kalandanya music promotion, how it's just going down the drain and it can barely survive. I mean, it's barely operating around those sentiments. And then he later on, obviously castigated that a lot of people have contributed to the state at which KMP is at right now. But that's a story for another day. Of course, sentiments there saying, look, it was your fault. It was the company's fault because they had no proper direction. They were not business-oriented. They were only thriving because apparently they were supporting the oppressor, and I quote, the oppressor at that time, stated on social media. So that's a topic for another day. But then later on, he highlighted that he probably, this will be the last time he's going to be very active in music by dropping, his last and final album. So a lot of people are saying, look, we've seen this before, and to be honest, this is not the first time that Macky too is hinting that he wants to resign, if I can use that word, that he's not going to be fully active in music, probably just in the background. Because, I mean, he's Booga, he's a producer, he's a lot of things. So one way or the other, we do know that he's going to be still going to be very influential in the music industry. And some sentiments, of course, as usual, comment section, some people are saying, look, it's important for you to leave the stage while people are clapping. Some people are saying, look, you don't have to. But I liked Your Maps' post when he said, look, before you resign, just give us one final concert, maybe Hero Stadium, so we can just celebrate Macky too from his, first album, Mahitia Kudala, na Mahitia Manjapa, all the collaborations he's done with different artists that were hits or non-hits, as long as it's Macky too songs. And I am for that idea. Though, to be honest, I really think that I don't know what is and still resign. What? But I really hope he hasn't won. I got emotional. And to be honest, I never really expected myself to behave or feel the way I felt. I was just like, oh my gosh, why am I feeling so... Like, I felt an overwhelming feeling of sadness. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? I don't think any of us was ready for that kind of a post on a Mother's Day. I don't think anyone was ready because we're just like, oh my word, Macky too is leaving. Like, oh my gosh. But then we need to properly define what he means when he says background. Is he still going to be doing features for upcoming artists or some people, but not just releasing his songs? He's going to be writing songs for people. Like, he needs to be clear. I actually I took time to call him, but he didn't pick up my phone calls. Yeah, child age. So but I'll try by all means to just, just try to hear his side of the story, because really, I don't think, personally, I'm not ready. I'm not. But again, I look at what people are saying, leave the stage while people are still clapping, because I feel like there's so many artists right now, like some old artists that are trying to stay relevant, but it's just not working. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this very, very unprecedented trending topic that was just happening over a few days ago. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think Booga is really finally leaving the musical scenes or scenario, or I don't know what your thoughts are? Let me know on our comment section on the Diamond TV Facebook page.